want to talk about how important it is for you to get every edge you possibly can when you're trying to maximize your potential. You should leave no rock unturned. You should see what you can find that can help you, even if it only helps you 1% or 2%. We have something at Boingvert, and just a disclaimer, I'm going to promote something we create only because I've been getting a lot of emails about how much it helps, and that is Boingtine. Boingtine is a creatine product. It's sourced from the USA, so it's really high quality stuff. And a lot of studies have shown, it's not our studies, we did research on what could help athletes jump higher. And if you go to boingvert.com/sups, I'll put the link below. There's I think 7 journal articles from reputable journals, meaning scientific journals, that show using creatine can help increase your vertical jump. Now, you can't use creatine by itself and just start jumping higher. That's not the point. The reason creatine seems to work, and they're not exactly sure why it works, but it helps you during recovery. It helps your muscles recover faster, and that helps you work out harder the next time. It helps your muscles grow faster, so it helps you increase your vertical at a faster rate. And as I said in the last video, a lot of guys want to jump higher faster. You don't have to use Boingvert's creatine. The studies don't use Boingvert's creatine. They use other creatine, and you can use other creatine. I will say I made sure I priced ours, so from what I can see online for our quality, it's the most bang you're going to get for your buck. So if you're in the US, it's only $17.95 and it gives you a 6-week supply. And if you're overseas, it's $27.95 because we have to ship it overseas. So, and that's flat. That's $17.95 flat rate. We'll send it to you, shipping and handling included. So check it out. We have a lot of users who use it, and they can testify that it really does help them. So that's a small thing you can do. It's not the only thing you can do, but it's an added thing. So if you take 2 guys and both of them are training with the same intensity, but one of them's taking creatine, the guy who's taking creatine, according to the studies that we found, is number 1, going to see results faster, and number 2, he's going to see greater results overall. Now, it's not an enormous difference, but it's an extra inch or 2. And as I talked about before, an extra inch or 2 can make a big difference. If you've ever seen the movie with Al Pacino, Any Given Sunday, he gives a speech about it's a game of inches, and basketball is a game of inches. The little things add up. They make a difference. So there's that. And the second thing I want to talk about is following a diet. I've talked about diet on this channel. We talk about diet in the program. When we look at athletes and we're trying to gauge whether our program works or not, we find users who have done the full program and who have followed the diet. Okay? Because the program doesn't really work as well if you're not giving your body, 1, the fuel it needs to work out, and number 2, you're not slimming down. So even if you're in decent shape, we need to get you more shredded. Most of the athletes you see who are great jumpers, they're not necessarily big bulky guys, but they're not flubby guys either. They're lean. We might say they're aerodynamic. If you have a car and you're trying to go fast and you put something that kind of hangs off the side, it slows it down. Like side mirrors slow down a car. Side mirrors might be compared to love handles. Okay, so we need to trim you down. We need to get you in shape. We need to add muscle, drop fat. It's very simple physics here. The more muscle you have, the more horsepower you have, and the less extra weight you have, you're obviously going to jump higher. There are exceptions. There are guys who are soft and can jump high. Zion Williamson kind of looks a little like he has baby fat and can jump out of the gym, but those are exceptions to the rule. Guys like Vince Carter and Levine, they're really ripped. Derrick Rose, before he got injured, when he could jump really well. Nate Robinson, they're just little packages of muscle. And that has a lot to do with diet. Listen, some of these guys are just genetically like that. We understand that at Boingvert. We understand you can be genetically gifted. But for most of us, we have to watch our diet and try to drop our body fat as low as we can. You should talk to a nutritionist. You should also talk to your doctor before you take any creatine. Get cleared. Talk to your parents. Make sure it's okay for you to take. That's just a disclaimer. I want to put that out there. But It's these little things that while you're working out, you want to maximize your potential and do all the little stuff along with the big stuff. Along with the big stuff. We get so many people just want to do the big things, but often it's the little things that really make the biggest difference in the end. Okay? So don't ignore the little stuff. Make sure you pay attention to the details of the program. Ask questions if you have them. You can email us and talk to us about it. We're very good at responding to these questions. We get a lot of emails, so sometimes it takes a little bit of time. It might take 24 hours or 36 hours to get back to you. We have a small team, but we will respond to you and we'll help you in every way we possibly can. But pay attention to the details. The big things are important, of course, but those little things and the little things you can add, the little things you can do that nobody else is doing are going to make a difference. And I was telling somebody the other day, when I started Boingvert, you got to understand, I used to be you. I used to be 16, 17 in my 20s, and I wanted to jump higher. And I got scammed a few times. I bought product. Now, let's say these guys were well-intentioned. They didn't have the expertise. Some people are very well-intentioned. They just don't have good products because they don't know enough, right? Well, I didn't make Boingvert. I wanted to start this company to help people become better athletes, not just to jump higher. And I didn't have the skills to do that. So I set out to find the best person in the field to make our programs. And that's what I've consistently done. Our air warfare was made by the head trainer at Harvard University. Boingvert Animal, as you guys know, was made by Sean Mishka, who literally has a PhD in explosiveness training, has worked with professional athletes, gets players ready for the NFL Combine. He's a master at this. He's devoted his life to it. So I'm constantly looking for the very best to build these products because I was you. And I want you guys to, I know when you buy this, you have a lot of hope, and I want you to achieve what you think this program will give you, and the program has to deliver. But you have to follow the actual program. You have to do it, and you have to do it to the very best of your ability and follow the diet and everything else. You can also add things. We're not selling Boingteen just to make money. We're a business. We want to make money, of course. We're not shy about that. Apple doesn't just sell you a phone because it loves phones. It has to turn a profit as well. And that money we make goes back into creating better products and better services, and products like Basketball Brain help you with mental training. We have Boing Dash coming out, which is a 40-yard dash program. We have Boing Spike for volleyball players. We have a bunch of Boing Minis. All of this feeds into what Boing Life does, which is the umbrella company. But at our root, I'm selling to my 16-year-old self. I'm selling to a kid who wants to be great, or a young adult who wants to be great, or somebody in their 20s that feels like they still have a chance to do something with their athletic career. I've been there. I know where you guys are at. And listen, you have to do every little thing. This is the last point. You have to do every little thing because your athletic career is approximately 20 years long. Approximately. You're going to start when you're 14. Seriously, you're going to start playing in high school, 14 or 15. And by the time you're 34, 35, you're basically done. Maybe you can play till you're 40 like Ginobili or Vince Carter or something, but your prime years, that's it. So you need to get on it. You need to start maximizing your potential now. You can't leave any stone unturned. You got to make sure you're exploring everything. And if you're a basketball player, as always, check out basketballbrain.com. I created that. I'm currently taking a class in cognitive neuroscience. I'm really starting to specialize in cognitive neuroscience. It's a graduate level class, a PhD level class. I'm not in a PhD program yet, but I'm taking all of this and I'm putting it into the psychology of the game. I'm putting it into the psychology of business. You need to explore that. Go to basketballbrain.com. Check out Boingteen. Every little thing you can do to get better. And don't just use us. Don't just use us. What we do, we feel like we do the best of anybody out there, but you need to explore and see what else is out there for you. There's a lot of great coaches. If you don't trust us, you don't like us, go somewhere else. That's okay. When I say I'm devoted to you guys, I really am. Whatever works for you. I've had guys message us and they need skills training or they need something we don't do. I will send them to a competitor. I will send them this because it's not about the company, it's about you. Well, it's about the company in the sense that our company is about you. So if our company is about you and your greatness, we will send you to somebody else if we have to, because our company is devoted to you. I can't stress that enough. I know that sounds like a BS line. I realize that, but I promise you it's true. I'd rather not make money if we're not going to help you. From the bottom of my heart, that's true. That is 100% true. And again, that's because I am you. I'm selling a product to my old self, to my younger self. And get ready, we have some more flashback dunks coming, some dunks from the past, some more breakdowns. Thanks, guys. Please like, subscribe. You can check out my personal channel too. Links in the description. Take it easy. Bye-bye.